Well, Manzanar, I remember the oil furnace that was in our source of heat was a little oil furnace that sat in the middle of the floor, and it used to scare me half to death because it would roar, kind of make a roar noise. But one day I got really curious, so I just stuck a piece of paper in it to see what would happen, and it immediately caught fire. And fortunately, my uncle came walking through the door and stomped the paper up. I probably would have burnt the whole camp down if he hadn't walked through the door. So those kind of things I do. In Minidoka, I remember once almost hanging myself. I was swinging on a rope that hung loose, and there was another rope next to it. And I slipped off this rope, and that other rope wrapped around my neck. And my cousin Hiro, who was a year older than I was, I must have been about 4, ran into the barrack and got a knife and cut me down. And I don't think if he cut me down, I would be around it, because I remember that rope burn being there for a long time. I remember being trampled at a Miss Minidoka contest because I was sitting in the front row and everybody surged forward when they announced the winner. And I remember my sister took me to the camp hospital there, and they were picking gravel out of me. I remember spitwad fights that the older kids used to have. They would go to the laundry room and tip over I guess it was maybe the rec room. Anyway, they tipped over the ping pong tables, and they would sit behind the ping pong tables and shoot these paper spitwads at each other. And then when they ran out of ammunition, us little kids had to run out there and grab as many of the ammunition as we could and bring it back for our side. I remember being pulled around on the swimming pool pond when it froze over in wintertime. Lefty Katayama, who was in the counterintelligence at the time, was on leave from the Army, and he would pull me around in the sled. And that was really something I remember. I remember going out to the sagebrush once at night, and I have a feeling that Block 44, which is the last block, because we were there last, didn't have any fencing at our end of the concentration camp. And I remember going out to sagebrush and seeing cowboys. They had their wagons there, and actually maybe they might have been cowboys. I might have been sheep boys, because I think it was sheep out there. But it was the first time I'd really seen real live, cool cowboys, and it was kind of fun doing that. I remember the older kids digging a network of tunnel under the barracks, and then they let me go into the tunnel, and they had candles and stuff in there, and it was like a big secret passageway with secret, caves and stuff. And I don't remember anybody telling me about that or anybody even verifying it with me, but I remember those tunnels. I remember once trying to be grown up and taking a pack of cigarettes from my dad's dresser and going underneath the barrack and smoking the whole pack. And I remember really being sick, and somebody telling me, "Oh, you should eat a lot of chocolate bars so you kill the smell and the taste." But I think I was sick for about a week, and I never told my mom why, and I don't know if she ever knew or not. But I remember I told her I was feeling guilty once when I was in college, so I told her about it, and she said, "Huh?" So I knew it was safe to tell her. But I never smoked again after being 5 years old. So it's probably a good life lesson for me.